y'all singing my theme song. I could never do this alone.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you want. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. More of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready. This is Harris on 2nd down.
And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. But a couple of interceptions, he's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Colts. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 16. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
3rd and long for him here. This one finds Taylor. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Patterson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
A 3rd down run with Harris. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Running behind center with Harris. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Russ setting to throw. That throw finds Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
After the sack, another pass on second down. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. On play action now, Wilson. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Dicker connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps. A surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On target to Downs. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action with Richardson. Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They'll throw again, Richardson. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a second quarter lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Steelers pushing for points. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now Wilson on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Colts as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Wilson on 3rd down. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Russ now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. Left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And this will remain a 4-point game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. This is reeled in by Pittman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Gets this to Sanders. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We're to the halfway point from Indianapolis. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. They come in on a little two-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Setting up the screen. Oh, stiff ball. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be first down, Colts. Here's Richardson. He finds Sanders. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Finds his man, Downs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Back to throw it. He connects downfield on 4. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
You know, Kay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Man in motion, headed right. 2nd down here, another give to Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On play action now, Wilson. He puts everything behind this one. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. First carry for the versatile vet Cordero Patterson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Wilson now from the gun. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, here's Russ. This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Harris is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers start the second half with some needed points. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Richardson now. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Takes it by a man, and now he's in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they have 3rd and short. They'll throw again. Richardson. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Taylor runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts stretch their lead on the final play of the third. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts double their lead to 14. So we're through. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That throw finds Pickens. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They strike for 23 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. On 1st down, it's Wilson. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for George Pickens that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. And this is another incompletion. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Russ is cooking again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Wilson. Finds his target, Patterson.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Third and goal, Wilson. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They give now to Najee. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ross out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Wilson on 3rd down. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Here's Harris. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Only 1 yard, but when all you need is an inch or two, Brock, that'll still move the chains.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Wilson with it on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Russ now from the gun. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Looks like we had someone hurt on that play, and it's as we feared up here. It's the quarterback, Russell Wilson, getting some help from the trainers. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw for Fields. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now Boswell on to send this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. He's going deep. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Option give to Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts with a little more work to do to win it here.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He'll look to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. 30. He's at the 10. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts offense set to head out. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Here he is to throw. Flushed out of the... And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Escapes the pocket. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. After 1 final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a 1-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.